Hello and welcome back to Project SF1 for round 15 of the 2025 Super Formula One World Championship season, the Nürburgring Grand Prix. We are here in Germany at the Nürburgring, but not on the Nordschleife, on the GP course, a nearly 3.2 mile course with 15 corners, and we are in for 40 laps around this layout of the ring. This race has seen two Ferrari winners in its first 2 years and Max Verstappen on the top step last year. Let's see what's in store for us this year and cover the starting grid.
Starting at the back, Franco Colapinto starts 20th alongside Oliver Bearman in 19th, Esteban Ocon starts 18th next to 17th starting Nico Hülkenberg, and then Lance Stroll starts 16th alongside Pierre Gasly in 15th. Then there's Gabriel Bortoleto starting alongside Yuki Tsunoda in 14th and 13th, behind Alexander Albon in 12th and Lewis Hamilton outside the top 10 for the third week straight. Carlos Sainz starts 10th next to Liam Lawson in P9, both behind Kimi Antonelli in 8th alongside Fernando Alonso in 7th. Championship rivals Lando Norris and Max Verstappen share row 3, behind Charles Leclerc in 4th and Isaac Hadjar with his best career start in 3rd. George Russell starts 2nd, and Oscar Piastri takes his 3rd pole of the year.
And SF1 is back and underway from the Nürburgring as everyone looks to have gotten up to a good start. Piastri on the outside into the low-speed hairpin of turn 1, and that looks like a disadvantage because George Russell on the inside has the better line, and he quickly jumps into the lead of the race. Charles Leclerc on that inside as well. He's ahead of Hadjar early as they head into the complex known as Mercedes Arena. Isaac Hadjar still hanging with the Ferrari as they are side by side, highest starting position in Hadjar's young career, and it looks like he will hold on to it through the first few corners. Lando Norris has gotten ahead of Verstappen as well. Lawson has jumped Antonelli, but Max Verstappen is coming back at Norris going into turn 5. Norris will stay ahead, but this will continue to turn 6, and Verstappen on the inside will get that place back. Back out front, George Russell got ahead of Oscar Piastri at turn 1, and he now leads the Nürburgring Grand Prix. Isaac Hadjar runs 3rd, defending from Charles Leclerc. Verstappen, Norris, and Alonso followed, then Lawson, Antonelli, Sainz, the top 10. We're going to take another look at this start from Isaac Hadjar's on board, and here you can see Piastri doesn't get a poor start or Russell getting a better one. It's even all the way down to turn 1. It's just that the inside line, as always around here, was the better spot to be, and you can see that with Leclerc going through on Hadjar as well. He just stays to the inside of the Ferrari while Piastri can't draw alongside coming out the corner, and so Leclerc and Hadjar go wheel to wheel the entire way through, with the rookie held together very well under pressure there. As they settle in this early stage of this race and it develops, Verstappen sending it down the inside of Leclerc, backs out of that one late. That was quite the lunge from the Red Bull, but he thought better of it. Verstappen, the winner of last year's race, looking for another good result this year as well. He is already drawing closer to Leclerc through Mercedes Arena. And as they exit, he'll have a good toe down to turn 5. He's gaining, stays tucked underneath for now, but turn 6 is next, forward curve, and just like on Norris, Verstappen sends it down the inside of 6. Leclerc not wanting to lose that place, but Verstappen will come out ahead and in 4th. Hadjar will be checking his mirrors. Which way is Verstappen going to go? Looks like he's leaning towards the outside up to the final chicane. He dips 2 wheels onto the grass, but Hadjar brakes much sooner. Verstappen comes in hot but makes the corner, and just like that, Max Verstappen is up into the top 3 laps into this race. This is where it may start to fall away from Hadjar now. Leclerc is arriving to his gearbox. Leclerc already moving to the inside early down the straight. He wanted to go for a toe, just straight line speed from the Ferrari down to turn 1. He is alongside. They get the car slowed down, and Charles Leclerc is into 4th now. We thought it could be coming for a while. Now on lap 9, Hadjar dropping another spot, but he's still fighting this one through the arena. Leclerc on the defense. Tsunoda right on the back of Sainz and trying to enter the points. He'll have a good run. He's going to slide to the inside line, then back underneath. Very slight contact into the chicane. Tough for 2 cars to make it through each corner here, and Sainz hops over the curb on his way out in an effort to keep that position. And the rain lights are on the cars. There was rain threatening in the area, and it could be coming into play here as Tsunoda moves to the inside of Sainz, setting up a move for turn 1. He's ahead at the apex. Yuki Tsunoda is up into the points as the rain threatens. And I think I saw a few drops on the track in that shot there. Very light drizzle, if any at all. But let's see how this develops. Lando Norris is the next driver behind Isaac Hadjar, looking to move ahead, and he's got that inside line at turn 1, so that'll be 5th place for Norris. It was always going to be a tall order to hold on to that top 3 for Hadjar, and now it's no longer top 5. Here comes Lando Norris on Charles Leclerc, up to the NGK chicane. He sends it over the curb. Leclerc wanting to hang on, but Norris finally through and up into P4. It took him longer than expected, but he got it done before the stops. He's nearing the battle between the top 2 is Verstappen, and Red Bull are going to make the call early here to bring him in first. This is certainly a calculated move aimed at an undercut. This might be the closest Piastri has been up until this point on the run towards the chicane. Russell taking the racing line, but Piastri's looking up the inside under braking. He's there. He's got his front wing on the inside. Russell sending it over the curb in defense. And this is his in lap. He's on his way in, so Mercedes make the call first. Piastri will go opposite. And now we'll need to turn our eyes to Verstappen, who came in a lap ago. He's going through the chicane right now. And he's going to beat Russell out here. That puts Piastri at risk. Piastri coming in at the end of 24, but that's going to be too late to hold on to the lead. Verstappen's already out of the chicane and about to come around the final corner. Perfect plan from Red Bull, and it results in taking the race lead for Max Verstappen from a P5 starting spot and now leading this race once again. The closer fight is the race for second. George Russell trying to defend his position from Piastri. He was ahead, coming out of the final corner and trying to power down the straight. He hasn't beat right now. Nope, there's Piastri on his way out now. Who's ahead at turn 1? There's Piastri and there's Russell. So Russell losing a place despite going in a lap earlier than the McLaren. And now Piastri, who finished 3rd last year, now runs 2nd. Let's see how Russell handles being in this situation. Piastri got ahead during the pit stops, couldn't pull ahead on track. George Russell now behind and moving to the inside down the straight, and he looks much further along than Piastri did into the corner, and Piastri doesn't even cover it off, just leaving the door wide open, and it takes Russell no time to get back ahead of the McLaren on the first attempt, and the home crowd will love that move. Russell just went for it at the first given opportunity. McLaren leaving Norris out until lap 27. He was running 4th. He did well to get ahead of Hadjar and Leclerc, and now all that work has been undone by leaving him out far too long. He's going to come out now down in 11th, and a lot of cars ahead of him have already made their stop. Back up front, Russell is closing in on Verstappen. He has vaporized that gap from the earlier undercut and is closing in on the Red Bull. These could be close battles to the end as they have to clear Alex Albon, a lap car next. And oh my, Russell may have just gone into the back of the Williams. Albon just trying to get out the way and inadvertently gets in the way of this battle. Piastri is stuck behind Albon. And if Russell has to pit at the end of the lap here, that will open up the gap even more to Verstappen for Piastri. Coming through the chicane, and yes, it is damage for George Russell. Horrible. He was clearly quick all day. Yet, as it's been for many of the races he's led this year, there's always something that just spirals his whole race, and it may have just happened here again at the Nürburgring. That will promote Piastri, but he's much further back off Verstappen than he was before. Now Leclerc is moving to the inside of Lawson in P4. Hadjar's trying to force his way to the inside of the Ferrari. 3 cars going into turn 1. Leclerc in the middle of the RB teammates. It looks like he'll stay ahead. Lawson on the outside, holding on ahead of Hadjar. Tsunoda got ahead of Alonso right there too. The midfield engaging in some battles in the later half of this race, as Isaac Hadjar's trying to come back at Liam Lawson. Sainz and Alonso are wheel to wheel. Alonso holding on to that one, with a bit of a train forming with these cars, led by Leclerc up front, then Lawson. And then Hadjar, who's behind traffic and has let Tsunoda through. Tsunoda is up into 6th now, and now the train is really forming behind Ocon, who's already a lap down. Now Alonso goes ahead and jumps Hadjar. Hadjar trying the outside, finally getting around, but dropping a touch in that sequence and losing some good points with those positions lost too. Tsunoda now stuck behind Stroll, and that will back the pack up as Alonso accelerates past both cars. But now Hadjar and Sainz will catch back up to Tsunoda and have a chance into the chicane. Hadjar goes first to the outside, and he moves up. Sainz goes to the inside of Tsunoda to the outside. Sainz forcing his way through and up into 8th, and I'll be 7th because Alonso is in the pits. Lawson with the slipstream down into Dunlop, and he will send it to the inside on Charles Leclerc, and he's through. Liam Lawson with the move at turn 7 on a Ferrari. Incredibly impressive by the Kiwi, and he now runs back in P4. But now his defense of the position will start because Leclerc is staying with him as of right now. Oscar Piastri hasn't been this close to the back of Verstappen since he took the lead. Verstappen already moving defensive to cover off the inside. Piastri driving as far right as he can, heading down into turn 1. Verstappen moves to close it off. Piastri will have to go the one-way round, but Verstappen moves back across under braking to take the racing line. Then inside is open, it's left invulnerable. Piastri is now leading this race. It looked like Verstappen was committed to defending, but he went back outside to take the racing line, and that opened up the door for the McLaren, and Piastri took it, but Verstappen still looks close on the way out of Mercedes Arena. Short slipstream to turn 5, not close enough, but he's made some moves at turn 6. Not there either, so he'll take this down to Dunlop, turn 7. There's the toe, darting to the inside, late on the brakes, and just like that, Max Verstappen is back in the lead as they clear Bortoleto. This time Piastri gaining that ground and Verstappen swinging out wide for turn 4. That leaves the door open for Piastri, who keeps it tight and is in the lead, but Verstappen is right there. They are going wheel to wheel for the lead. Verstappen will have the inside, but not the leverage. Piastri on the outside of 5 pulls ahead, and now down into 6. Verstappen contacts to Piastri, just right into the back of Piastri. It has been close the past few laps, and now it boils over into contact. They are still going at it as Verstappen follows down into the hairpin. Piastri is still ahead coming around the curve, but Verstappen will get a great exit, flies back into the lead. No doubt that both cars have damage though. It was always a possibility, especially between these two. Let's go back to the exit of turn 4. Piastri comes through on the inside. They go side by side in a drag race all the way to turn 5. Piastri has the better line for turn 5, and so he goes ahead. But then Verstappen is coming in hot to turn 6 while Piastri breaks a bit early, and now there's contact between the two. I don't think Verstappen was expecting Piastri to be so slow to that corner, and they cut him out. And now they both need repairs as Verstappen continues fighting down to the hairpin. He's never really there the whole way around, and then boom, launches out of the corner and retakes the lead. Here comes Lando Norris on the Williams of Carlos Sainz. He's done well to get back into the points, and now he's going down the inside at turn 1 on Sainz, and he will come out having 7. That late pit stop derailed his entire race, but every point is important in a 1-point championship. Coming around the final corner to start this race's final lap, Oscar Piastri may only have one good opportunity left to win this race, and it comes immediately at turn 1. He's moving to get the inside. Verstappen moves over to shut the door. He's covered him off. Now he has to keep it shut this time. He does. And look, Piastri early on the brakes. He's not going for it here. That may have been his best shot, but he's trying to extend this battle. Time is ticking. Piastri would need a great run coming out of Warstein at turn 11, but it doesn't seem like he's close enough for a final charge. Max Verstappen has driven a great race today, as has Piastri. Russell displaced further back, but still in third, but that released Piastri to challenge for the lead. In the end, Verstappen defended his place on the top step of the podium at the Nürburgring, and so for back-to-back years, and now equals Lando Norris's win total of 5 today. Max Verstappen comes across to win the Nürburgring Grand Prix, closely followed by Oscar Piastri and George Russell rounding out the podium. Liam Lawson holds off Leclerc for 4th, his best result this year. But we've just seen a significant swing in the title race with Verstappen's win today. Great effort from him. So Max Verstappen wins the Nürburgring Grand Prix. It's his 5th race win this season, equaling Norris, and he's become the first driver to eclipse 1,000 points in SF1 in his career. And all 5 of his wins this year have come with Oscar Piastri in 2nd place. Always there, but just hasn't put it all together. George Russell finishes in 3rd, though that may be disappointing for him given his start. Liam Lawson, 4th place finish, his best this year, holding off Charles Leclerc in 5th with the fastest lap. Isaac Hadjar 6th from a 3rd place start. Lando Norris only managing 7th. Carlos Sainz in 8th ahead of Yuki Tsunoda in 9th, and Kimi Antonelli rounding out the points positions. Fernando Alonso was close to points today, but finishes 11th. Gabriel Bortoleto still scoreless, but his best finish so far in 12th and in front of Hamilton, stuck down in 13th. Huge result for Verstappen today. He retakes the championship lead, but extends the gap from what was 1 before the break to 16 headed into round 16. Piastri inching closer with those 2nd place finishes, but still 29 points back. No changes in the constructors, but Mercedes moves closer to Ferrari, and Red Bull with points from both cars today, moving closer to that battle for 2nd. Yuki Tsunoda gained 2 places in the standings by scoring 2 points today, now ahead of Albon and Gasly. That's it from the Nürburgring. Max Verstappen back on the top step and back in the lead of the championship. And we're back in Italy next week for Monza, so stay tuned and we'll see you next time on Project SF1.